G'day everyone, future Clok-Roo reporting. Yeah, I'm doing this whole part here, not only unscripted, but also post recording of the original dialogue, and I'm gonna replace it over the top of what I had because, well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I originally played through the level Offbeat here, I went into a discussion about comparing what's happening in this level, because it's a Mardi Gras parade, and had a bit of a talk about how it relates to my country's LGBT community, because in Australia, the Mardi Gras parade is our gay pride march. And from there, I kind of went down a rabbit hole with the LGBT community, and at that point I went, no, maybe I shouldn't have this in there, because it's getting a bit political. Now, to be fair, I am an ally of LGBT people. I fully support it. I'm just pure heterosexual, so I'm not sure I'm in the right position to have any say in that. So, I'm gonna replace what I had originally with something else, and I want to be upbeat while talking about a level called Offbeat, but I have to be honest, after this level, I get very miserable. Not only do I go on a tangent about Dingo Dial in this game, but also just constantly complain about the level Run It By You and how it basically references a lot of the design faults with this game, which you'll see when that comes. So, rather than talk about this game anymore, I want to talk about the game that comes after this, which I am going to call Wumpa League. Yeah, I'm obviously talking about Rumble here, but I don't want to call it Rumble because not only do I think Wumpa League is a better name, I want to distinguish it from the CTR acronym, because for me, CTR, I believe what they're going to do with that going forward is use it for Crash Team Racing. So I want it to be a different name to, you know, that series, that sub-series. So I don't want to cause any confusion by calling something CTR when I'm not talking about Crash Team Racing. So yeah, I'm gonna call Rumble Wumpa League going forward, and I always am going to. And to be honest, I'm gonna say this right now, okay? I haven't played Wumpa League because honestly, I look at the game, it's not for me, that type of game. And a bigger reason of that is because also, I just don't think it's a Crash Bandicoot game. To be honest, I look at that game and I think to myself, this doesn't feel like the right franchise for this genre. I mean, sure, it can work. A lot of franchises could work for a variety of different genres. But I look at this one and I just think to myself, this doesn't feel like the right match for this IP and this brand new style of genre. When I look at Wumpa League, you know what I think? Skylanders. Because straight out of the box, a lot about Wumpa League's game design, you can replace a lot of its assets with... Dog, excuse me, is snorting or something. As I was saying, you can replace a lot of Wumpa League's assets with those from the Skylanders franchise, and it would change virtually nothing. You can even put in the whole Skylanders characters instead, and it would be a perfect fit. In fact, if they threw in Skylander characters, including a few of my fan favorites, like if they threw in Spyro, Skylander Spyro, I mean not classic Spyro, that's a different being a kettle of fish entirely. I don't think they'd do that, they'd probably go with classic Spyro, so... Okay, let's ignore Spyro and pretend I never said him. Who else could they add in? Stealth Elf, Eruptor, Jetvac. They won't add in Pop Fizz because he'll be exactly identical to Embryo. Side tangent, Embryo is just a Pop Fizz clone. Seriously, why did they bother, you know, giving Embryo that game set when they have a character that already fits it? Just, why would you bother doing that? It's so pointless. Carrying on, other Skylanders, Whirlwind, Spitfire, Stormblade, Snapshot, Washbuckler? Questionable. I don't think they'd go with Cinder from Skylanders, they'd probably go with the Legend of design, if they've got the legal right to do that, but otherwise I'll take Skylander Cinder in that case, because I do like Skylander Cinder. Roller Brawl, I think we absolutely would see her. There's a lot of Skylanders you could add into this game that would be a perfect fit. In fact, you could add in a lot of Skylanders into Wumpa League, and it would just, you could put the whole cast of Skylanders in there, and it would just be fine. This Skylanders is just a better fit for that genre of game than whatever Crash Bandicoot is trying to be. Especially since, given Toys for Bob, looking at what they're doing, a big thing that's really irking me is that they're trying to distance themselves from the past games. I talked about this in the previous parts as well, where they seem to be retconning those games out of existence without really following on from saying they happen in a different timeline. So, we're losing a lot of fan-favorite characters that were born from that era. We're missing Crunch Bandicoot, we're missing Nina Cortex, we're missing Entrance, we're missing Yaya Panda. Well, Yaya became more relevant in popularity in more recent years courtesy of Nitro Fuel, but we're also missing Pasadena Opossum, Von Clutch. Ton more than that I can think of off the top of my head that weren't one-timers. Well, Pasadena and Von Clutch technically were as well, unless if you discount mobile, but... Okay, look, I think you get what I'm trying to say here. Choice of Bob seem to be more interested in the real classic stuff and what they want to do going forward, and not really on following with the franchise's legacy and keeping that relevant. They seem to be distancing themselves from that. I got nothing against doing your own thing, but Choice of Bob do it so often that it's honestly hurt me. This is part of the reason why I don't like Skylanders Imagination. That's a different conversation entirely, okay? But... look, we're nearly at the end of this level now, or maybe we have reached the end of this level. As of this recording, I don't know, because I'm not watching the gameplay, I'm just recording over the original stuff I had. So, I'll just quickly wrap up what I was saying about Wumpa League, okay? Look, unless they add Skylanders stuff to it and really go ham with it, I don't think I'm ever gonna play that game or get it, because it just isn't for me, that type of game. Especially since it's online only, and I don't play games online. I'm a single-player guy. I just feel like it was a wasted opportunity to take that genre and do it with a franchise that best fits it. That said, I am willing to do something interesting here. I am willing to write a design document for a Skylanders version of Wumpa League, if anyone is interested in that. If you would like to see me do something like that and pen something up, let me know below, and if you have any suggestions on subtle tweaks or improvements you would like to make to the base game that would better fit that genre of game. And I reckon that's just gonna be it here, so I'm gonna end this recording now and lap this over the top of the original. In the meantime, oh boy, people, get ready for the dreary stuff to begin. It's Dingo Dial time. Past me, take it away.
Oh, crikey, I'm starved. Wait, is that roadkill pie? Slug and centipede gumbo? Braised potatoes with guacamole? Well now, what have we got here?
Either that vile swill Papa Batfield cooks up in his filthy outhouse. Come on down to Dingo's Diner.
Food served at Dingo's Diner may not meet the legal definition of food. Consume at your own risk. Side effects of dining at Dingo's Diner may include fatigue, increased body odor, risk-seeking behavior, thinking too much about your uncle, increased hunger, alienation from friends and family, skin irritation, ennui, leaky orifices, oozing orifices, flowing orifices.
You fuckers stay out of my diner!
Remembering that girl from high school, what's she up to? Do you think she's happy? And profuse volunteer so she was so bad.
What kind of attentive comedy was that?
Time for a spring clean.
Okay, so you've heard of Flanderization. Well, here's bastardization in action, people. They took the coolest character from the Crash Bandicoot franchise and then just completely did away with everything that everybody made him cool. The reason Dingodile was such a popular character, at least in my opinion, okay? The reason Dingodile worked as such a character is that he was just the Australian stereotype, cranked up to the 11, and he was a homicidal pyromaniac. That was what made him cool. The pyromaniac part just really went so well with the whole Australian aspect. I mean, granted, they didn't really do the...
Get every last one of yous.
Shouldn't have been talking there. Granted, they didn't do the Australian aspect with him all that well, but hey. Oh, wait, I shouldn't be hitting that. Actually, I got lots of leeway here. I think I got 500 Wumpa Fruit in terms of leeway, which is a lot, because there's a lot of crates in this level that you can pick up. So I can probably afford to be a little more carefree here. But yeah, the whole thing is that the whole Australianism of the character, it just worked so well and just dealt with the game, really.
I
with the game, with the whole pyromaniac aspect of him. It was just a really well-designed aspect of the character, and oh, I haven't done my lives. Alright, I'll get to a life crate and then... a life crate, a checkpoint, and then I'll tank there. I'm not far from it. One. And then it's just the gameplay. I mean, this is just not what I had in mind when I thought playing as Dingodile. When I've been playing as Dingodile, or just Dingodile in general, I think of, you know, basically incinerating everything in sight with fire and flamethrower. I mean, they went from break out the whole break out the butter thing and crack to insanity with that whole thing to this. Really, this is such a major disappointment and a big letdown for the character. It really hurts me that they did this with him. I mean, I might as well do this 100 times with him because I think he frankly deserves it. This version of Dingodile ain't the best. I don't know why people go over him all the time because this is not the Dingodile I fell in love with. And I usually am open-minded to character changes, but this one just feels like a complete bastardization of him. It really doesn't fit, I don't think. There was just so many better characters that could have... Actually, were there better characters that could have fit with him? To be honest, I don't think there actually were. Frankly, I would have preferred a new character over this mockery.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop moaning because I'm just gonna keep going on and on and on like I do. In case I didn't make it obvious, not a fan of this version of Dingodile. Just to quickly go back on the whole humor thing, what the hell was that comedy stuff at the start, that disclaimer thing at the start and that they repeat at the end? They actually thought that was funny? I'm an intellectual when it comes to my humor, but I know when dumb humor is done right, because I watch a lot of British humor, and that is dumb humor done right, because... Excuse me. Oh, come on. Sorry about that. No, it's being uncooperative. As I was saying, British humor. The Brits know how to do dumb humor right, because it's so stupid to the point that it's clever. And vice versa, it's the same as well. It's so clever to the point that it's stupid. We're not that far off us Aussies from doing the same thing, but it's a bit different actually in the way we do it. Because we can do more, because we're more self-referential with our humor. We make fun of ourselves a lot more. The British are more open to making fun of other people. That's how they do their style of humor. But at all levels, it's dumb humor done right, and if you got the ability to laugh at yourself, then you can nail dumb humor. Otherwise, if you're just making fun of yourself for the sake of making fun of yourself, then it's not the same thing. It's not the same effect.
How do you like them?
Oh, I'm just glad that that's over with. And with nothing to boot. Exactly what I deserve for this level. Let's just move on. I'm only glad I get to play as him once more in this playthrough because I'm not doing the flashback levels, not the flashback levels, the timeline levels. Because honestly, they're some of the most boring and they lead to some of the longest extra legs in this whole game. Really, I would have taken anything else over this version of the character. It just wasn't good seeing Dingodile show up here. I get they want to bring a fan favorite in, but he's just not a fun character, in my opinion. I really don't like Dingodile in this game. I really don't like what they did with him. I've said it enough. I've just repeated myself over and over in that whole entire level. Let's just run it by you. I will admit that is a clever pun. Excuse me, guys. My dog's being a little uncooperative at the moment. No, Penny. No. It's getting a bit late-ish. I might feed her and the cats a little bit later. Not now, though, Penny. Calm down. It's okay. Daddy isn't No! It's okay, Penny. Up. Come on, up you get. Yeah. No, Penny! I was about to say. Yeah, you don't have to listen to me put up with my own dog at the moment. Being a little bit uncooperative. No, Penny. Come on, up you get. I might have my best issue that works. Come on. Is it picking up still me over here? Yeah, it is. Ah, yes. You know how I complained about this, about the hidden crates in this level? Well, this level takes the cake. Tell me, would you have known that there were crates along here? Or that there were crates along here? Or that there were crates along here? What the hell were they doing hiding them there? You can't stay them! Stupid. This also has the laziest colored gem in the whole game as well. The red gem, I didn't talk about it in the first, when we got to it in that level, in, what was it called? Rude Awakening. And Sandy Peak, actually, I think it was called. I think Rude Awakening was the first level. I can't remember which one was which now. But yeah, in the second level of the game, there is a little puzzle you can solve to get the red gem, which is actually pretty clever, and I will admit, it's a nice one. The green gem, I showed you how that's done. It's hinted at, but not really obvious unless you really know how to look for it. Blue gem, that's hinted at as well, and it is a repeat of a puzzle we've seen before, so take it or leave it with the creativity on that one. But this level is infamous for having some of the worst hidden secrets of the whole game. They just got lazy at this point. Not only did they hide the crate out of plain sight. Oh god, no. No. Oh, come to think of it, I haven't taken my lives. I better do that. Not only did they hide the crates in places you can't see them, the yellow gem is hidden in a really dumb place as well. It's not even clever. It's just hidden. That's all it is. It's just, I should have showed you where it was, actually. I don't think I could have actually seen it, come to think of it. And then you got the main hidden gem in this level anyway. That is hidden in a place that is so really out of the way and difficult to see that you have to wonder why the hell they even bothered. This level is infamous for completion because it is so counterintuitive and just really antagonizes everything we know about a Crash Bandicoot level when it comes to completion design. I mean, take every level from... I mean, basically, I remember I watched a review a while back that described what the levels of this game were like. I like to think that the levels were a combination of super tricky Stormy Ascent mixed with the super ridiculously hidden crates that we know from Cold Hard Crash's bonus round. I forgot what it was called for a second. I mean, we all know about how infamous that one crate in the bonus round of Cold Hard Crash is. You can barely see it, at least in the original version. I think you can just see it in Insane Trilogy. I'll double check the footage of that one later. I think it's easier to see in Insane Trilogy. But in this game, they just took both of those aspects of Stormy Ascent and Cold Hard Crash and went, yeah, let's combine them for the level. They just went overkill with this one. And they made the classic mistake of, oh, well, we didn't find it hard, so people will find it fine and fun and easy as well, right? No, just because you find something easy does not mean it's easy for everyone. You need to get public beta testers to test the game and verify. I'm going to show you how to get the hidden gem here anyway. Tell me, can you tell if there's something here? There is something here. And what did that unlock? Can you see where it is? Oh, wait, hold on. I want to get rid of that. Can you see where it is? Can you see where it is? Only barely. What the hell were they thinking with this whole freaking level? Ugh. I'd like to know, actually, how many of you actually played this level and got through it and were left wondering, why haven't I completed it? I've hit everything, haven't I? Because I wouldn't be surprised if it was a lot of people. This level is notoriously infamous for that reason. So yeah, it sucks that this world, the Bayou, has one great level in the form of Offbeat, and then the rest are just terrible. Like, really bad. And not fun. The one from the inverted world is pretty good because it's hidden here, which is you see it and then you have to wonder how do you get it? Ah, you jump off of that to get to it, which is good. That's nice. That's good game design. The ones that I mentioned so far, not good game design. There's just so many things about this game that could have been redesigned, honestly. I think I'm starting to get into the part about this game where I get to my subjective opinions and just really explain it. I mean, it probably does sound like what I'm saying is objective, but to be fair, that's really only applicable to this level. This level is just an absolute dumpster fire of Crash Bandicoot game design. But objectively speaking, most of the game is fair with the way it's designed. There are plenty of those hidden crates that are in really inaccessible places, but they're not to such a degree that you're going to be... Okay, I don't think I've done that before because I kept dying early on. And we just do nothing. I don't think this was intended, but hey, you take those games when you can. There's a flashback tape there, which I'm not gonna need. And we're through there. That was much easier than it had any reason to be, but you take whatever wins you can get. Alright. Now this level, you may have seen offbeat the little Rip-a-Roo Easter egg. I didn't point it out because I was too busy focused just rambling about LGBT wokeism for some reason. Well, wokeism in my regard, that is. But but in this level, this apparently was supposed to be a Rip-a-Roo like mini boss at the end of it. Which, if that was the case, it's a shame that that wasn't included because I think it would have helped for it. And speaking of cameos, Fake Crash, like that's it. That's Fake Crash for you. That's it. Okay, and we get to the end of the level. Alright, I'll quickly run what I was quickly saying. So if there was going to be a Rip-a-Roo mini-boss, it's a missed opportunity, because I think looking at it, this probably wouldn't have been the spot we had it. It's just a shame we never got it, because it would have made at least something in the way of it, because Rip-a-Roo, you can't really say anything about him, except that he's over the top, chaotic, mayhem-inducing. I mean, if you're going to expect anything normal out of the character, forget about it. You're not going to get any of that. I'm just going to hit continue and move on.
What time is it? Oh, goodness. I ought to know. Crash! Coco! Come on, give old Capuna a kiss, eh? Don't look at me like I broke wind at a wedding. I'm time. I see everything. And I mean everything. There's some very unexpected developments in your future. Your very near future. Shocking events that will change the course of your life.
Yeah, just gonna stop you there before you tell us how we all die.
Well, if you'd rather not know about the giant mask-eating monster from beyond the stars, that is your choice.
Okay, really? What were they doing with that there? You ever get the feeling they were setting up something that never was even there in the first place, or just making random idle chit-chat? That seems to be a staple of Toys of Bob when it comes to storytelling. They do that a lot. They make up story beats, never go anywhere with them.
Right then. Need a hand.
And now we come to the Frozen Wasteland, the Frozen Dimension, which I think has a very unimaginative name, because all of them up to this point have been pretty good. This was Mosquito Marsh, one before that, Tranquility Falls. This one, the 11th Dimension. Yeah. Can I ask, why did they bring this up? Was it simply supposed to be a reference to Insanity, where Cortex mentions the 9th and 11th dimensions? I think that was meant to be just a really... That was a really weak joke, I think, if that's what it was. Oh well, but anyway, moving on. Next part, we're going to be going through the 11th dimension, starting with Snow Way Out. Hopefully I'm a little bit more upbeat for that one, because after the last two levels, I'm kind of deflated, really. Just rambling about Dingo Dial and about the level running by you and how they just completely screwed up on level design completely. But until next time, people, I'm the Primordial Clok-Roo, signing off.